It is finally Iron Bowl week. We can finally talk about it. Former Alabama quarterback John Parker Wilson here with Great Call, brought to you by the Paul W. Bryant Museum. And I want to look at this Mercer game. Jalen Hurts, obviously another big game, got a few reps in early in the football game. Calvin Ridley, huge play here, 66-yard touchdown. Let's check out the call.
Jalen, play action fakes to him, pumps and fakes. Ridley is wide open. He's got it at the 30. He's to the 20. He's going to walk it in. Touchdown, Alabama. Everybody bit first on the play fake and secondarily on the pump fake. And then it was an easy 66-yard pass from Jalen Hurts.
Take us through this play.
Yeah, really not good if you're a defender and you're on all fours while trying to cover Calvin Ridley. Not the best defensive position you could possibly be in. But a really good route right here from Calvin Ridley. Runs what we call a sluggo route, or a slant and go. So it's a double move where he's trying to bait in the cornerback to think he's running a slant. Obviously he did that. And then when he puts his foot in the ground to run the go route, well, the Mercer defender doesn't flip its hips or get going, and it falls up on the ground. Not a good spot.
Not a good look for Mercer.
No, a big explosive play for Calvin, though.
Okay, so looking at Calvin Ridley, just overall, I know Nick Saban has talked a lot about him being, just obviously super quick, physical, can make those cuts, go in any direction. But what is it you see about Calvin Ridley that has made him such a dynamic force for this offense? Such
a good player, disciplined player, great route runner, does everything the right way. Just moves third all-time Alabama receiving yards behind DJ Hall and Amari Cooper. So past Julio Jones, think about those names right there of who he's up there with. He's always doing the right thing. He's a guy that practices well, that's faster than people give him credit for. And I think his ability to run routes and understand conceptually what they're trying to attack and how they're trying to attack the defense is his biggest weapon.
And it's so crazy to think just a few years ago I was talking to him after the SEC championship game, and my how far he has come and my how much he has matured. Now, something I want to look at when we get into this Iron Bowl matchup, we know that this Auburn defense is going to try to shut down the run game. They're going to try to get Jalen Hurts to throw. So this is one stat that really pops off. Against other 7-5 Power 5 opponents, against 7 other Power 5 opponents, aside from LSU, this Tiger defense has allowed an average of just 7 targets and 4 catches in games. That's a pretty impressive stat. So, and that's against #1 receivers. So when you look at this body of work that Alabama has and these receivers that they have, overall, if you're not going to Calvin Ridley, who does Jalen Hurts go to?
Yeah, it's a great question because that's Auburn's defensive game plan is stop the run, take away your #1 receiver. Everybody else is going to have to beat us. Who does he go to? I think we've seen a host of characters from Alabama offense and what Dayball's putting out there that I think is better than just having one guy. It's Josh Jacobs, who I think has emerged out of the backfield, a dynamic guy. Cam Sims is making big plays. Jerry Jeudy has had a lot of yards this year. Henry Ruggs, we see him catch a lot of touchdowns. Irv Smith Jr. coming from the tight end position. So I don't think it's necessarily one guy, but just the host of athleticism we have. Get them in space and try to get on the ball as fast as you can.
Now, this big Iron Bowl matchup, obviously Auburn defeating the #1 team in the country 2 weeks ago, Georgia. That's really setting up more of an epic, classic Iron Bowl matchup. And of course, Alabama has to go to Jordan-Hare Stadium. What are some of the biggest challenges that you think that Alabama faces in this matchup?
Yeah, I mean, what a Iron Bowl we're going to have. 2 really good teams. Auburn has some tremendous momentum coming off the Georgia win. Alabama just steady Eddie, #1 team in the country. They're going to I think playing down there in Auburn's a tough place to play. Mm-hmm. Luckily for Alabama, it's a day game. It's a 2:30 kick. I think it's a different environment down there at night. And Auburn's got a really good defense. They don't give up a lot of points. They don't give up a lot of yards. We've seen what they've done against Georgia, against Clemson, against these other good teams. So it's going to be Alabama's offense trying to find ways to score points, sustain drives against a really good Auburn defense.
Okay, we talk about tradition, a big Iron Bowl tradition, and as it gets passed down by generation to generation, John Parker Wilson and little man Parks, John Parker III, right?
The little guy, Parks, yep, the third.
And he's going to make a prediction today. We're going to see who he's picking in this Iron Bowl matchup. So tell us, Parks, who's going to win the Iron Bowl? Is it going to be Auburn or is it going to be Alabama?
Easy pick, right? So we're teaching them young. We're teaching them the way it's going to be. Parks, let's show them who we got winning this game.
Who we got?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you heard it from Parks. He's going with the Alabama Crimson Tide. And you know, maybe one day he'll be out there. If you're going to put him out there to play in this football game, what position?
Couple years, he's gonna be the quarterback. Come on, back there, spinning the pigskin. It won't be
I bet
too
you
long.
already got him in the backyard tossing some footballs.
Not yet. We're working on ball security first. Then we'll move to throwing in a couple years.
All right, great call with John Parker Wilson and Parks. We appreciate it. Bye-bye now.